morning, 8th grade math students, and welcome to virtual math class. Today, we're going to be talking about finding the volume of spheres. And our objective for today is just that. Students will be able to find the volume of spheres and know the formula for how to find it. So first things first, finding the formula for finding the volume of a sphere. We have that the volume equals 4/3 times pi times the radius cubed. So otherwise, that is also, I could also write that as the volume is 4 times pi times the radius cubed divided by 3. Either one of these is the same thing. I will typically be using this one in this video for the examples, but know that you can do 4 times pi times the radius cubed divided by 3 as well. So the first thing that we need to know are the parts of the sphere. So if you have that line that goes all the way across, that is called your diameter. So the diameter goes all the way across. If you have that it starts from the center of the circle and goes to one side, that would be the radius. So those are the two things that we need to know what they are. So notice that the radius is half of the diameter. Half of the diameter is the radius. Okay, so our first example, we have that our radius is 9 and we need to find the volume. So our volume equals 4/3 times pi times the radius, which we found was 9 cubed. So the first thing that I need to do is find out what 9 cubed is. And 9 cubed is the same thing as 9 times 9 times 9. So that's what you would do to find 9 cubed. It's 9 multiplied by itself 3 times. So now I have 4/3 times pi. 9 cubed equals 729. So now I have 729 times 4/3 and times pi because I'm multiplying, and I can multiply in any order. So if you want to go ahead and multiply that by 4/3, which would be times 4, and then divide it by 3 is the easy way to do it. That would give us 972 pi. Now, it is acceptable for you to leave this as your answer if it asks you to leave your answer in pi. So if you want to include pi and just say that our answer is 972 pi, that is okay. However, if not, you are going to do 972 times 3.14 because that is pi in this case. So if I do 972 times 3.14, I get a very large number. I get 3,052.08. And then I'm not given any measurement, so it is units, and volume is always in cubed. So either one of these answers is correct. So 972 pi or 3,052.08 units cubed. Either one of those would be correct. Next example, I have that my radius is 6.4. So I have 4/3 times pi times the radius cubed, and our radius, I'm just going to plug that in, is 6.4. And so first I need to find out what 6.4 cubed is. And again, that is 6.4 times 6.4 times 6.4. When I multiply that out, I now have 4/3 times pi times 262.144. Now again, you can multiply in any order. So if you want to multiply by 3.14 or 4 divided by 3, either way, it doesn't matter. I'm going to start by multiplying by 4/3. When I multiply by 4/3, I get 349.52. I still need to multiply by pi, which would be multiplying by 3.14. When I do that, I get that my volume is 1,097. You should get like 50955. I'm just going to run to the nearest tenth and say 1,097 and 5/10. And again, I'm not given any units or any measurements, so I'm going to be units cubed. So if you leave your answer in pi, this would be your answer. If you multiply it by 3.14, that is your answer. Okay, this is actually our last example. So notice on this one, I am given the measurement all the way across, and so that would be my diameter. So my diameter is 8, and I said that the radius is half of the diameter. So if I take this and I cut it in half, that would be 4 and 4. So my radius, which I know I didn't cut exactly in half. So my radius would be 4 because that is half of the diameter. So now, to find my volume, I have the volume equals 4/3 times pi multiplied by the radius, which is 4 cubed. So now the first thing that I need to do is what? I need to figure out what 4 cubed is, which is 4 times 4 times 4. When I multiply that out, what do I get? You should get 64. So then I have 4/3 times pi times 64. And remember that you can multiply in any order that you want. So the next thing I'm going to do is times that by 4/3. When I multiply that out, I end up with 85.3 repeated. And then I still have that by pi. And you can leave that as your answer, or you can multiply by 3.14. When you multiply by 3.14, what do you get? You should get that your volume equals 267.946, and then it keeps going. Now, remember, in all of these, I have been rounding to the nearest tenth. So if I round to the nearest tenth, I look next door. It is not 5 or bigger, so I cross it out and I leave it the same. So your final answer is going to be 267.9. And I do have a measurement here. It is in centimeters, and volume is cubed. So my final answer is 267.9 centimeters cubed. And this does conclude our lesson for today. So if you have any questions or concerns, please let me know. Make sure you reach out for help if you need it. If you need me to clarify anything or anything like that, you guys know how to get a hold of me. So ask for help if you need it.